He's dropping most of them high in the forehead by the eye. Pick him down the middle. And as Ortiz battling back, look where the hands are of Mayweather. He lunged forward with his head. Time has been called, and now a point's going to come away.
The point. Headbutt. Point, headbutt.
And it wasn't intentional.
Headbutt.
That really hurts Ortiz because he was having one of his most aggressive rounds in the fight.
Don't be doing that. Don't be doing that. Let's go.
And then, as Ortiz tries the sportsmanship, Mayweather makes him pay. What a rookie mistake there by Ortiz.
It's up to 7 and 8. He's not going to make it. 9 and 10. It's all over. Here we go now.
Hey, there's the uppercut. Now here comes Ortiz, trying for his best moments of the fight here.
Now watch the head.
He's doing well. Comes up.
And then
Frontal headbutt.
a deliberate headbutt.
Could have lost 2 points there. So now he goes for the apology. Floyd says fine. They go for the embrace. Referee Joe Cortez is not there. Boom. Left hook. Right hand.
Yeah. You don't hang out in the kill zone with Floyd Mayweather. Now this is going to be controversial, and it shouldn't be. You got to protect yourself at all times. That took him out of it, and that finished.
He's looking over at the referee.
Got to protect yourself at all times.
Right hand.
Now, if you didn't already, go back and watch this video, the beginning. I want you to look at the clip. If you didn't, you should have read what I posted on the thumbnail, but on the video itself, I mean. But I want you to go back if you didn't. And I want you to see the lie that people have been telling on Floyd Mayweather this entire time for all these years. They label this video controversial. This is the controversial punch. This is the controversial decision. No, there was no controversy. Go back and look at that video and tell me exactly what I said happened didn't happen. Victor Ortiz spitefully, purposely, through frustration and being a dirty son of a bitch, dipped his head down and bam, into Floyd's mouth purposely. Now, of course, he denied it at the end of the fight. No, I'm not a dirty fighter. It's funny when a Mexican fighter do something dirty and they trying to be innocent, they all sound like Speedy Gonzalez. Or when they trying to be humble or whatever. It's something about that voice. They always had to do that same fucking voice. No, I'm not that dirty fighter. Look, listen to Andy Ruiz when he was all humble before he fought Anthony Joshua. And all of a sudden, everything, I'm just happy to be here. I think Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn for the opportunity. But then all of a sudden, when they start getting arrogant, different. This is what he did. It's like when a kid is lying to you and they try to, or they trying to be sneaky. They know they didn't do their homework or something or whatever, or they're trying to overwhelm you with that little innocence and shit, and they do that little swing from side to side, looking up with the sad voice. Yeah, and he goes, I'm not a dirty fighter. I would, no, it's with my momentum. I was coming forward, and Floyd pulled me and caused my head to hit his mouth. Some years later, what did Victor Ortiz say? Hell yeah, I did that on purpose. If I had the chance, I'd do it again, right? Yeah. So, bottom line is, when it happened, I want you to pay attention to what the referee does. Joe Cortez, he's warning Victor Ortiz for that. And even though, let me tell you something, that right there, automatic point deduction, right? Automatic. But look at what happens. Joe Cortez, he's over there reprimanding him. And, yeah, you doing? You don't do that. What are you doing, right? And he's apologizing. Why would you apologize if you didn't do anything? If it was a momentum thing and you got pulled there, no, you wouldn't. What were you apologizing for, right? He already went over there with his little fake apology to Floyd, Even after he walk, like 2 or 3 times, he goes to fist bump Floyd. Floyd just like, Floyd know what he did. It wasn't no accident. You did that on purpose. But watch what Joe Cortez does. After he reprimands him, he says, let's go. And does that little, his hands together, and he backs out. Victor Ortiz's corner is yelling some shit out to Joe Cortez. Joe Cortez is looking at them. But that has nothing to do with Floyd and Victor. Nothing. So there was no controversy. The most that you can honestly say is Joe Cortez said, let's go. And he backs up for them to fight, and he turns his attention to them. That's the most you can say. But what did that have to do? He's not supposed to call a timeout or make them wait so he could talk to Victor Ortiz's corner. They are the ones yelling out to him, and that's why he's looking at them. But he already instructed them, let's go. Now go back and look at the video and see if that's not what happened. But when somebody tell you something happened a certain way, this is what I mean about history. See, people will be told a story, and then they go with what they were told. Even though their two eyes see something, they're too dumb to see it for themselves and understand, no, this isn't Aries truth. This is just facts, the truth of what happened. Listen and watch, and he goes, let's go. He does a little hand gesture, he backs out, and then Victor Ortiz's corner is talking to him. This is boxing. Protect yourself at all times. What, Floyd's supposed to stand there and wait just because Victor's waiting? Victor's corner, like dumbasses, is talking to the referee? What the hell are you talking to the referee for? What are you talking to the referee for? So I'm sitting there and I'm looking at this shit, and I said, damn, you want to know what's really funny about this whole situation? What's really funny about the whole situation is everybody that sat there and watched it. Commentary is saying two different things. Watch when it happens, you hear Emmanuel Stewart go, like Floyd did something wrong. But they wasn't as adamant as making comments about what Victor had just done. And you hear one of the commentators say, hey, protect yourself at all times. And he says, Floyd made him pay for it, right? Yeah. What was Floyd supposed to do? Oh, I understand. You got frustrated because you was throwing them shots and couldn't really land a clean one on me and get me out of there. I get you. Yeah, you're only human. No. Fuck that, man. You're a dirty son of a bitch. Now let's put you on the other foot. And Floyd was got frustrated and took his head and did the same thing to Victor Ortiz. Now you tell me, if those guys are trying to assassinate Floyd verbally for what he did, and he didn't do anything wrong, referee gave him the go. Was the classy thing would do? Would have just been to just stand there and wait until they finish talking to? No. Okay, but you tell me if that was shoe on the other foot. So if they were trying to assassinate Floyd for that, imagine what they would have been doing if Floyd would have been the one to do the headbutt. Yeah. So I just wanted to bring that up and show this, man, because it's like, I know one thing I know. There's a lot of lies that's told about history. There's a lot of lies and fabricated things, and people edit things and turn things around to be what they want them to be. And I've even seen that this same video, like the video of that fight, edited in little clips to where they purposely don't show the part. That's why I went out my way to find this one. They purposely don't show the part when Joe Cortez goes, let's go, and back up. They just show him saying, reprimanding Victor Ortiz, and it skips to, Victor Ortiz putting his hand out like he's trying to, apologize to Floyd, and he looks away because his dumbass team is distracting the referee, but the referee already gave a signal, which means, see, when people don't see the whole fight, let me put it to you this way. If 500,000 people saw that particular clip, 500,000 people think Floyd Mayweather took advantage of a guy who wasn't paying attention. And casuals are too stupid to even think like this. What the fuck is Victor Ortiz looking away for? And if Victor Ortiz, if Floyd broke the rules, then why didn't the referee reprimand Floyd, right? because Floyd didn't do shit wrong. See, here's the deal. I commend Floyd because if somebody would have headbutt me in the mouth like that and split my shit, I probably more than likely would have picked him up and slammed him on his fucking head or kicked him in his nuts or did something. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not looking for the ref to help me. I commend Floyd for being as cool as he was about that shit. And see, bottom line is, what Victor Ortiz did backfired. Now go back and look at the beginning. Watch that shit over and over. And listen and see if you don't hear. See if you don't hear Joe Cortez say, let's go, do the hand gesture and back up. And like I said, Victor Ortiz, dumbass team, is over there yelling out some shit to Joe Cortez, and he's looking at them, listening. That has nothing to do with Floyd and Victor at this point. So if any mistake was made, the mistake would have been the ref from being distracted. Worrying about them. That's the referee's fucking problem. He already said, let's go. Floyd didn't do anything. Floyd ain't had anything to do with what the ref was doing at all. Floyd's over there waiting. Let's get the action going back on. That's what Floyd is doing. Floyd ain't had nothing to do with that. Victor Ortiz ain't had nothing to do with it. What Victor Ortiz had something to do with, well, it was actually his fault, because if he never headbutted Floyd, that wouldn't have happened. But what I'm saying is, this is solely the corner of Victor Ortiz yelling out to the referee, whatever they were doing, and basically Joe Cortez is looking at them, whatever, but he already gave the signal. That's fucking Victor Ortiz's dumbass problem. And motherfucker, you gonna headbutt me in the mouth and then come trying to fucking, my fault, my apology. Then gonna sit there and lie at the end of the fight and say you didn't do it on purpose. Come on, y'all. Anyways, dirty motherfucker got what he had coming to him. Talk to me in the comment section. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.
And how come you never fought Canelo?
Man, De La Hoya protected him. 09. We were supposed to. 08 and 09. And Victor, just not, it doesn't make sense for business. So what? Let me defeat him real quick. We all know here at Golden Boy, we all know you're gonna beat him. You're gonna beat him easy. But we gotta down the line. I'm like, come on, bro, seriously? That didn't take place, but hey, he's done well for himself. Good for him.
How come you?
Who can say where the road goes, where the day flows?
That's how you get the head.
I need this 10th, 11, and 12 on the unofficial. He's down.
Okay. He said unofficial.
On the unofficial. I gotta be honest with you. That's what you want. You want from me. Hey, that's what you want from me. You don't want nobody lying to you. So I'm 100 with you.
He said on the unofficial, not the real card here. Keep picking your shot. You took that round off here.
That's my job. I'm 100 with you.
Well, that was fascinating, that whole exchange.
Now, these are two very important rounds for both Davis and Barrios.
I agree.
Double left hook, one to the body, one upstairs for Barrios that lands. The ebb and flow, the give and take. Terrific stuff here. And Barrios continues to work the body as Davis never gets his way in. Fires off that right hook. That Barrios ain't well.
And while Barrios is not forced to fight a trench warfare fight, will he be able to sustain and get through, or will he be hurt again by Davis's power?
Barrios looking to utilize the big sustained body attack by Mario Barrios.
This is going to be a hard round to score, guys. Oh boy, yeah. Both have the moments.
Oh, beautiful left hook, left. Barrios doesn't want to get into a firefight. When Davis demands that he bring it on. The exchange of body shots and then another thudding left that scores for Davis. Thunderous 10th round in Atlanta. Barrios.
Suck up. You got to close the show now.
You're a dog, you got winner in you. You can do anything. Okay? Get his ass. I'm behind you.
We have reached round number 11. The penultimate round of this prize fight at 140 pounds. Tank Davis daring to be great, and his power has already delivered 2 knockdowns, but Mario Barrios isn't going anywhere. Davis got raped on the jaw by Barrios.
Why has it always come to money?
Why not? I mean, everything you got on costs money. Everything you do costs money. You can't take your wife on a date for free.
Is that how you measure your success?
No. Me, I'm loyal and honest. And I'm a good person. And I call a spade a spade. Money don't make me, I make money. And without money, I'd be the same person. I fought so many fights for free. No, I'm thinking. You know, I'm always thinking. How can I get better? How can our company grow? How can I continue to teach people around me how to fish? And I don't want to fish for them. When you look at Michael Jordan's career, Michael Jordan got with a company which was Nike. In America, we like to call it Nike, even though it's Nike. It was a $300 million company. He turned that company became a $168 billion company. And Michael Jordan don't own nothing from that company. Whereas with me, I gambled on myself. And with that $750 million came from you guys. So I just want to say thank you.
So Michael Jordan made $168 billion for white people, and they only gave him $2 billion of the money that he grossed. Just to let y'all know how much money that is, the Dominican Republic, their GDP is $113 billion. Michael Jordan generated more than a lot of countries out here, bro. So he should have his own country. He should be addressed really as King Jordan or some shit. He should have his own army, his own military. Like, that's the type of robbery that goes on. That's the type of racism that goes on when you talk about corporate America. The goal is to take everything from your product and use all of your assets to build up their own children and their own future, and to give you a small piece of the pie. That's what happened to Michael Jordan. Floyd Mayweather, he got to keep most of his assets. So he's different, and that's why a lot of the people hate him.